Tony Soprano had almost everything we're told success is supposed to give you. Money, a beautiful house, a family, power, respect, people who knew his name, people who were afraid of his name. And the show begins with him sitting in a psychiatrist's office. I've always thought that was interesting, because the Sopranos could have made Tony miserable because he hadn't made it yet. Instead, he had made it, at least according to the world he came from. He was the boss. He had the house in the suburbs, the cars, the pool, the expensive dinners. He could provide for his family, and somehow, the man could barely breathe. Panic attacks, depression, anger, a constant feeling that something wasn't right. And I think that's one of the reasons The Sopranos still feels so modern, because a lot of us believe in some version of the same equation. If I can just get there, I'll finally feel different, get the promotion, make more money, buy the house, move somewhere better, get the person, build the business. Then I'll be okay. And sometimes you get there and you're still you. That might be one of the most uncomfortable things success can teach somebody. Achievement can change your circumstances without changing your interior life. Tony could solve almost any external problem with money, intimidation, or power, but none of it could make him feel comfortable inside his own head. And what makes the show even more interesting is Tony knows something is wrong. That's why he goes to therapy. He wants relief. But relief would require him to look at things he doesn't necessarily want to change. His mother, his father, his marriage, his anger, his violence, the world that gave him his identity. That's the trap. Sometimes the same life that gives you status is also the life making you miserable. And walking away from it might mean questioning everything you used to define success in the first place. I think that happens outside of The Sopranos all the time. Not with organized crime, with ordinary life. Somebody spends 20 years climbing a career ladder, then realizes they hate what's at the top. Somebody finally buys the house and barely has time to sit in it. Somebody makes enough money to afford almost anything, but their phone never stops ringing. Somebody becomes known by everybody and misses when nobody knew who they were. That doesn't mean success is bad. Money matters. Security matters. Achievement matters. Being able to take care of people you love matters. I don't buy the idea that wanting those things makes somebody shallow, but I do think we ask success to do jobs it was never designed to do. Money can solve a money problem. It can't automatically solve loneliness. Status can change how people see you. It can't automatically change how you see yourself. Power can make people listen. It can't make them love you. And achievement can prove that you accomplished something. It can't tell you whether the thing you accomplished was worth wanting. Tony is surrounded by evidence that he won. And still, he keeps asking why he feels like he's losing. Maybe that's what the Sopranos understood. The dangerous part of chasing success isn't always failing to get it. Sometimes, it's getting exactly what you asked for, because then there's nowhere left to hide the question. If the money came, the house came, the title came, the respect came, and you're still unhappy, what now? Maybe success was never supposed to make us whole. Maybe it was only supposed to give us options. And what we build internally with those options is an entirely different job. Tony Soprano spent his life becoming powerful enough to control almost everything around him. But the one place he never completely learned to govern was himself. And maybe that's why, underneath all the violence and crime and mythology, The Sopranos is telling a much more ordinary story. You can spend your entire life building everything you thought would make you happy, only to discover that a successful life and a peaceful life are not necessarily the same thing.